Good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Neetu Gehlot. I am working as Assistant Professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. Today, I am taking my ninth lecture of biology. Today, I start my second unit, and the topic of this lecture is the nucleic acid. Yes. Now, start our lecture. This is the nucleic acid. Here, when we talk about the nucleic acid, so we know that nucleic acids are the polymer. And now the question arises that what are the polymers? So as we know that the polymers are the repeating unit of monomers. And what is the monomers? So monomers are the smallest unit of the polymer. So that the nucleic acids are the biopolymers. Okay. So nucleic acid are also called the polynucleotides. So since the repeating structural unit, monomeric unit, we have already discussed monomeric unit or monomers of nucleic acid is a nucleotide. Now, each nucleotide is made up of three parts. These three parts are the sugar molecule, heterocyclic nitrogenous base, and third is the phosphoric acid. So when we want to study about the nucleic acid, so it means there are the two terms. These are the first one is the DNA and second is the RNA. So the DNA stands for the deoxyribose nucleic acid, and RNA means there are the ribose nucleic acid. So now come to the here, and here we know the two main terms. These are the nucleotide and the nucleoside. So uh, the major difference of the nucleotide and the nucleoside we can explain as that the nucleoside means nucleoside means they contains only the two basic components of the nucleic acid, and these two components are the first is the pentose sugar and second one is the nitrogenous base. So here, and the in the nucleotide means the molecule, the nucleotide contains all the three basic components, and these three basic components of the nucleic acids are the phosphoric acid, the pentose sugar, and the nitrogenous base. Okay, now here we can see the structure, the general structure of the nucleoside and the nucleic acid. The nucleoside means the base, sugar, and the phosphoric acid. Then the three components are combined together, then they form a nucleotide. And the nucleic acid means base, sugar, and phosphate. They again repeat and they form the polymer. So again phosphate is combined with sugar base and again phosphate. Now phosphate is combined with sugar, phosphate combined with sugar, so that they form a polymer. So the complete hydrolysis of the DNA or RNA gives a mixture of the three different components. These are the pentose sugar, these are the nitrogen containing heterocyclic compounds are called the nitrogenous base, and the phosphoric acid also. The here uh, we should know about the sugar information. What is the sugar which is used in this in the nucleic acid? So now come to the sugar. Here the two types of the sugar is present. One is the deoxyribose sugar, and another type of sugar is called the ribose sugar. In the as we know that the sugar is here it is called the pentose sugar, and this is the structure of the pentose sugar. First is called the deoxyribose sugar, in which the one oxygen is less than and the ribose sugar, and here is the structure of the ribose sugar. So this is the pentose sugar which are present in the nucleotide or the nucleoside, है ना? So that we can say that here the nucleus the ribose and the deoxyribose, these are the 5 carbon sugar. Ribose and the deoxyribose are the important component of the nucleotide, and are found in RNA and the DNA respectively. So the sugar found in nucleic acid are pentose sugar. A pentose sugar has 5 carbon atom. A combination of the base and the sugar is called the nucleoside. So as we say that the in the now we come to the base. What is the base? So these are the two different classes of the heterocyclic nitrogenous base. First one is the purine and another type is called the pyrimidine. In the purine there are the two base. These are the adenine, which is represented by the capital A, and the second is the guanine, it is represented by the capital G. Now come to the pyrimidine. When we come to the pyrimidine, though, there are the three types of the bases. First is the uracil, then thymine, and then the cytosine. So the thymine is represented by T, capital T, uracil is represented by capital U, and cytosine is represented by the capital C. Now come to the nucleoside and nucleoside again, as we discussed in above, that in the nucleoside there are the only the sugar and the base. है here we can say it is the pentose sugar and the nitrogenous base. So general structure of the nucleoside and again the nucleotide structure. In this there are the contents of the three basic components: pentose sugar, nitrogenous base, and the phosphoric acid. Here we can say this is the base, is our pentose sugar, and is the phosphoric acid. So the major difference of the nucleoside and the nucleotide is the nucleotide contains the sugar and the base, and the nucleoside contains the sugar, base, and the phosphate. So now, if a large number of the nucleotide are connected in the manner, so we can say here this is the large number of the nucleotide which are connected and in the same as in manner as just like this. Here we can see this is the structure of the nucleic acid. Here the base, sugar, and the phosphate. This is the one unit. Now this one unit is connected with the other unit. This is the base, sugar, and phosphate. Again unit, base, sugar, and phosphate. So here is the formation of poly, or we can say these are the polymer. It is the biopolymer also. So now I am coming to the structure of the DNA. DNA stands for the deoxyribonucleic acid, or it is the double helix structure of DNA. In the DNA, in 19 for DNA in 1953, the Watson and Crick, and the one other scientist name is the Wilkins. From their X-ray studies, they study the X-ray diffraction, and so then they proposed a double helix structure of the DNA. For this discovery, they shared the Nobel Prize in 1962 as a medicine or the psychology, sorry, physiology and medicine. Here, according to this model, according to the Watson or Crick model, the DNA consists of the two rights. Here, DNA consists of two right strands, or we can say right-handed strands. These are the polynucleotide. So these strands run in the opposite direction, and position of the two strands lie on the opposite side of the alpha helix, giving a double helix structure to the DNA. The base are attached to the first carbon. Their order is important. It determines the genetic information of the nucleus. Here we can say in the structure that there are the pentose sugar. Here is the first position. The base is here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and another fifth carbon is attached to the phosphate. Now, for the first unit and at the third position of the first pentose sugar, so third position here, third and the fifth position carbon are attached to the phosphate, and the first position as the base here. So the repeat the unit of the monomer, and this is called the DNA structure. So now come to the Watson-Crick model, or the double helix structure of the DNA. We can see here, this is the double helix structure of the DNA. In this structure, there are the two strands. One is the 5 prime to 3 prime, and another is the 3 prime to 5 prime. So And here we can see that there are the two grooves are present. The small groove is called the minor groove, and there is one is a large groove is also present, so it is called the major groove. It is there are the this is the yeah, here the length of this helix structure is at 34 angstrom. The in this diagram we can see that there are the uh, bases are attached together, where the cytosine is attached with the guanine by the 3 hydrogen bonding, and here the guanine is cytosine, again 3 hydrogen bond, and the thymine and the adenine are attached by the double bond and double hydrogen bond, and the adenine and the thymine also the double hydrogen bond. So this is the Watson or Crick DNA structure. And Watson or Crick structure, according to the Watson or Crick, it is double stranded right-handed helix. Second, each strand is a polymer of the two deoxyribonucleotides linked by the 3' to 5' strand and the phosphodiester links. The nitrogenous base in the nucleotides of DNA are the adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. Now, the base are held together by the hydrogen bond. Now, the width of DNA molecule is 20 angstrom. Here we can see we see in this structure of the double helix structure of DNA. So we see that the width of the DNA molecule is 20 angstrom, and the height of the helical turn is the 34 angstrom. The genetic information reside in the sequence of base in the DNA strands. On heating, it is an important point that on heating, the two strands of DNA separate from each other, and this is called the melting, or it can represented by the TM. However, on cooling, these again hybridized. So this is called the annealing. So unlike DNA, RNA has a single strand. As we know, DNA is the double strand, but the RNA has a single strand. Now come to the biological function of the nucleic acid. So there are the two important function of the nucleic acid. First one is the replication, and the second is the protein synthesis. So in the replication process, it means there are the formation of the identical DNA. So the process by which a single DNA molecule produced two identical copies of itself is called the cell division, which I've already discussed in the mitosis, cell division, or the reproduction. And the DNA is a permanent storage place for the genetic information. Now, it means that all the genetic information are stored in the DNA, and the DNA control the synthesis of RNA also. Now, the sequence of nitrogenous base in DNA determines the protein development in the new cell. So these are the main functions of the DNA. In this, in the double helix structure, there are we can represent it by the again this diagram, that how can we rearrange all the phosphate sugar and pentose sugar, phosphate, and the nitrogenous base. So in this diagram we can see easily that there is the only the one strand is here, that is the three strand 3' to 5' strand, and we can say here the first this is the this part is the pentose sugar. Okay, this is the pentose sugar, and I've been giving the name of the carbon atoms, numbering of the carbon atoms, then the first, second, third, fourth, and this one is the fifth carbon. So as we see that at the first carbon there is the presence of nitrogenous base. Now the name of this nitrogenous base, this is the thymine. Okay, and then at here we can again see that at the fifth carbon, the position of the fifth carbon, there is the presence of the phosphate ion. Okay, phosphoric acid is also present here. Now if we goes to the second pentose sugar. So here we can see that the they are joined together, the fifth carbon of the first pentose sugar and the third carbon of the second pentose sugar. Okay, of the second sugar, so that there are the phosphoric acid or phosphate is combined, the fifth position or the first carbon, first sugar, and the third uh, carbon of the second pentose sugar. And again, here we can see that is the fifth carbon, here is the phosphate ion, and the again we can see that is the again phosphate is the fifth position. And we see that at the first carbon there are the only the base is present. First, here we can see that is the thymine base is present, and the second carbon, second pentose sugar, we can see that the first position there is the cytosine is present. Then we see that at the third pentose sugar there is the guanine is the present at the first carbon, and mm, third carbon and the fifth carbon of the sugar are attached together by the phosphate. Then again we can see here the um, in this pentose sugar there are the adenine is added at the first carbon position, and the phosphate at the fifth position. So at this the we can arrange the nucleotide in which there are the base, there are the sugar, pentose sugar, or the phosphoric acid. So these three components, base, sugar, and phosphoric acid, are combined together, then they form a unit. And these units are attached together, and or we can say this unit is called the monomer of the nucleotide. So monomer of the polynucleotide. So these units are combined together and they form the of the biopolymer. Here we can see only the one strand, which is the 5 prime to 3 prime strand. And as we know, in the DNA double helix structure, there are the one opposite, 1 prime is other, which is 3 strand to 5. So the second strand is just opposite. And here the combination with the base of the first strand is attached to the base of the second strand. But suppose the adenine is here, so as we know that the adenine is combined together the thymine and with the 2 hydrogen base, and we know that the guanine is combined the cytosine with the 3 hydrogen base. Cytosine is combined the guanine with the 3 hydrogen base, and we can see that is the here is the thymine. Thymine is combined with the adenine nitrogenous base with the with the 2 hydrogen bond. So uh, this is the double helix structure of a DNA molecule. Okay, in which we can join there are the two um, strands, 5 prime to 3 prime and 3 prime to 5 prime, which are oppositely attached to each other with the nitrogenous base. Okay, so this is the nucleic acid. In this lecture we discussed about the DNA, or we can say that is the deoxyribose nucleic acid. And in our next lecture we will taking the RNA or the ribose nucleic acid. And what is the ribonucleic acid, what is the structure of ribonucleic acid, types of ribonucleic acid, or the functions of the ribonucleic acid also. So in this lecture, sorry, uh, in this lecture we have already discussed these points, and I repeat again. First of all, we should know the what is the nucleic acid. So as we know, the nucleic acid are the biopolymer, and they are the polynucleotide also. And here's the repeating unit of the monomers, or the main important point is the nucleotide is made of the three parts: the sugar, phosphoric acid, and the nitrogenous base. And here the formation of the nucleotide. In the nucleotide, we can see that they are the base, sugar, and the phosphate. And the nucleoside, there is the only the base and the sugar. This sugar is called the pentose sugar. You know, so, which is already present, which is present in the nucleotide or the nucleoside. Now come to the this is the structure of the pentose sugar. Base is classified the purines and the pyrimidines. In the purines, we have studied the adenine and the guanine, and the pyrimidines, the thymine, uracil, and the cytosine. So these are the bases which are discussed in this lecture. Then nucleoside and the nucleoside again, and here is the large number of the nucleotide and the nucleotide are connected in this manner. This is the nucleic acid. Then come to the double helix structure of the DNA. In this we have discussed the all points related to the DNA double helix structure. It is the general representation of this molecule. This is the here is the phosphate, sugar, and the bases attached by which pattern. And now come to the Watson and Crick model. Here again, the width of the DNA strand is the 20 angstrom, and the length is the 34 angstrom, and the gap between the two bases are the 0.34 nanometer. So it is the double helix structure of the DNA. Now come to these points. We have already discussed about these points, and what are the now come to the functions of the nucleic acid. So they are the two main functions of the nucleic acid. First is the replication, and another is the protein synthesis. And as we know that the replication process, here is the DNA molecule produces the two identical copies of itself. It is the replication, and uh, as we know that the DNA store all the genetic informations. So that, and then one more thing is the DNA control the synthesis of the RNA, or take part in the protein synthesis. So now I stop my lecture. If you query, then contact with me, and uh, in the next lecture we are taking the RNA, and the one other topic is also.